Good afternoon and welcome to today's 5 minutes to change the world. My name is Gemma Mainwaring and good afternoon. I think that's just started. Sorry, I think I started too early. Good afternoon and welcome to today's 5 minutes to change the world. My name is Gemma Mainwaring and I'm the current SU Welfare Officer here at the University of Gloucestershire Students' Union. Today I've been kindly invited to come live and discuss sustainability in education. As Miriam has already set out some great points about sustainability from a university's perspective in the first video of this series, I want to discuss a broader view of education and also some of my own personal experiences within this. To start, I would like to discuss the Sustainable Development Goals that have been created by the UN. The Sustainable Development Goals are the blueprints to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges that we face, including those related to poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace and justice. There are 17 goals in total and they're interconnected, in order to not leave anybody behind. And the UN has set out to achieve all of this by 2030. A goal that I think is really relevant to this current discussion is number 4, quality education. Around the world, 617 million children and teenagers lack minimum abilities in reading and writing, which is just an extraordinary number. Here in the UK, we are lucky that we have a free education system for children and up to the ages of 18, and also further access to the higher education system through accessing student loans. However, we're still not perfect. As mentioned previously again by Miriam, Zamzam Ibrahim, NUS president, did a great speech about sustainability and how students are taught to pass exams, but there is a continuous lack of sustainability embedded in their curriculum. There are also welfare issues that the UK schooling system still face, such as these exam pressures being detrimental to students' mental health, lack of sex ed, and many more. All of this is a failure on behalf of the education system. However, it is still inspiring to see that today's children are picking up on ongoing sustainable issues, despite no formal teaching. So last year I experienced this firsthand. I was lucky enough to attend the Cheltenham Children's Literature Festival, where I had a stall, which at this stall I asked children to engage in environmental issues all around storytelling. And the ways that people are damaging the environment, and the overall experience really was so insightful. About learning about the actual knowledge that these children had was incredible. They were learning about the environment, whether that was from their parents or TV programs, and they were really taking it in. They created stories about mermaids helping clean the ocean and monkeys stopping deforestation, as well as having knowledge of the impacts that cars in cities have on our air pollution. And these were children from ages 4 all the way up to 11 and 12. And it really made me think that it just made me realize how powerful their minds were, that they were taking this in, and given the opportunity for them to learn sustainability issues, and not just the environmental ones, but all the 17 goals within a formal teaching setting, and this being woven into their curriculum would be incredibly powerful. Children literally, obviously, are the future, and teaching them these fundamentals would really set them up for a massive change in the world. Within the past year, I and the other full-time officers here at the Students' Union have really tried to embed some of these sustainability goals within our own work. Whether that's within campaigns that we've done or within the events that we run, we've tried to link them back to these goals. So just a small few examples of how we've done this within event settings is at our Freshers' Fair, we banned plastic bags, and seeing Domino's, who were the biggest contributor to bringing plastic bags, come with paper bags was just so incredible, and I was so happy. At our big closing party, we only used eco-friendly glitter, and although unfortunately because of the current pandemic we weren't able to run varsity, we did move to virtual tickets, so we weren't going to be using any paper tickets, and this setup now is already set up, so for the future that can continue. From a more personal perspective, I feel very fortunate to be in the position I am in. So I'm from a low-income family, a single parent family as well, and also first generation to university. I'm a woman and someone who has learning disabilities, but I've never felt that these factors have held me back within an education setting. And within my higher education journey, I feel I've been supported throughout to not be disadvantaged because of any of these. being able to come to university and be at the same starting point as everybody else has really benefited me and encouraged me to continue. However, I am so aware that not everyone has the same experiences. And it's for that reason that I feel we need to continually challenge the inequality issues that many are faced with and encourage the education system to continually grow and diminish these inequalities. So I guess a big question that everyone has is, what actions can individuals take going forward? I think as students, we have the power to use our voices to make change. We can look into the continued work that NUS do around Teach Our Future. We can give feedback to our courses about adding sustainability into our learning. And of course, we can do our own individual actions. And something I think that's really important that we do is we continue to learn. I don't have all the answers, and in fact I have very few answers about what to do and about solutions, but I think the continuing to learn and making changes within my own life is what we should be doing, and whether that's switching to like eco-friendly deodorant, which I did just last week, or researching about learning about the ongoing inequality issues which are so relevant right now with the Black Lives Matter movement. I think continual learning, expanding one's knowledge and making small action to change really does help. Obviously we need to do more than that. We need to put pressure on and use our voices, unite as a community, university, as a planet, for all of this to make these goals achievable and to create a better future to look forward to. I think also facing these with a positive outgoing really helps with our individual welfare, because it can be hard thinking about the environmental issues sometimes and we don't want it to affect us. So looking at the positive actions that we take and when we come together really does have an impact. So that's really all I came sort of to say today. I hope that some of what I said was interesting and maybe sparked some thoughts. Like I mentioned, I'm not an expert at all, but I do care and I'm really willing to learn, which I think is a start. I'd love to know sort of thoughts and advice shared in the comments of this video, and let's just start some discussions. So a massive thank you for having me. I've really opened my mind again to this experience, so it's been really beneficial, and let's all work hard together moving forward. So thank you so much. I will have a look. So I have a question. So from Miriam, says, how aware do you think students are of the goals and what more could we do to raise awareness? I think maybe the individual goals, about actually how broad they are, students could be more aware. I think the UN did a really good job of and they sort of, in their video when they announced it, they did use celebrities to come and announce it, which is a way I think that they've been able to engage. So I think maybe just having them displayed more on campaigns and on posters, like showing that they relate back, would probably help. And I think that's definitely something us at the Students' Union could do more of, to incorporate them in like designs and just to show that they're being used. But I do think students are aware of the kind of goals and also the vast majority. But I do think also the idea that sustainability is more than sort of just the single environment, that it's more than, that it is like all the different aspects, again does come down to like an education factor and being taught that it's more than a singular issue. There are lots of issues that could be faced. So I think that might be a bit of an idea of what could be done. I hope that answers it. But yeah, if I'll sort of come to the comments and any things, I'll interact with you guys there. So thank you so much for having me, and have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you.